What's the funniest lie you've caught someone in? My Uncle Reggie claimed for 15 years that he'd been a Navy SEAL. Purple Hearts, classified missions, the whole thing. He'd show up to family barbecues in his old uniform and drop tactical terms into casual conversation. My dad would roll his eyes, but nobody ever challenged him directly. It was just Uncle Reggie being Uncle Reggie. The stories got more elaborate every year. By 2019, he'd supposedly participated in 47 covert operations across 12 countries. He had a scar above his left eyebrow that he claimed was from shrapnel in Mogadishu. My mom told me he'd actually gotten it falling off a jet ski in Lake Geneva, but she never corrected him at gatherings. Then my cousin Bex joined the actual Navy. She came home after boot camp for the 4th of July cookout. We were sitting around the picnic table when Reggie launched into his greatest hit about extracting hostages in Somalia. He was really selling it, describing the weight of his gear, the sound of gunfire, the way his hands didn't shake. Bex let him finish, took a sip of her lemonade, then asked which SEAL team he'd been assigned to. The table went quiet. He said Team 6 without hesitation. She nodded, took a bite of potato salad, and asked what year. He said 1987 to 1991. She pulled out her phone, tapped around for maybe 10 seconds, then slid it across the table. "That's weird," she said sweetly, "because according to your service record, you were a supply clerk at Great Lakes Naval Station, never deployed, never even qualified for SEAL training. You sorted mail and managed inventory for 3 years, then got an early discharge for chronic back pain." My aunt dropped her fork. My dad started laughing so hard he had to leave the room. Reggie's face went through about 7 shades of red before settling on purple. He tried saying the records were classified, that Bex didn't have clearance, that she was reading it wrong. Bex just sat there, chewing, and waited. Finally, he stood up, grabbed his beer, and said, "I'm going to check on the grill." He spent the rest of the afternoon flipping burgers in silence while we all pretended nothing had happened. My younger brother asked if there was any more corn. My aunt complimented my mom's macaroni salad, but here's where it gets better. After Reggie left, Bex showed us what she'd actually pulled up on her phone. It wasn't a service record at all. It was a Wikipedia article about Navy SEAL training requirements. She'd completely bluffed him, counting on the fact that he'd panic when confronted with anything that sounded official. "I knew he was lying," she said. "Real SEALs don't talk like that. They definitely don't show up to family cookouts wearing their tridents like a costume. I just wanted to see if he'd fold." He did, immediately. Now every Thanksgiving, someone asks Reggie about his supply clerk days. He stopped wearing the uniform. Last year, he even admitted the Purple Heart he kept in his office was from a pawn shop in Milwaukee. Cost him $40. My dad bought him a World's Best Supply Clerk mug for Christmas. He uses it every morning. The kicker? Bex washed out of the Navy after 8 months. Dislocated her knee during an obstacle course and got medically discharged. She works at a coffee shop now, tells people she served, but never makes it sound like more than it was. Meanwhile, Reggie still got all his fake medals in a box somewhere in his garage. I asked her once why she'd never called him out before that barbecue. She shrugged and said she'd only figured it out after she joined, after meeting actual SEALs who barely mentioned their service. Before that, she'd actually believed his stories, thought he was some kind of hero. Finding out the truth felt worse than any injury. "At least my knee was honest," she said. These days, Reggie mostly keeps quiet at family events. He asks Bex about her coffee shop, tells her he's proud of her for serving even for those 8 months. It's almost sweet. Almost makes you forget he spent 15 years lying to everyone who loved him, but I remember. And I still think about that moment at the table when his whole stupid charade came crashing down over potato salad and corn on the cob, the way his hands shook as he stood up, the way we all just sat there, suspended between laughing and feeling sorry for him. I chose laughing. He's never told another war story since.